Where were you during the great Ethereum purge of 2022? Yes, it was a bloodbath. Yes, it was ugly. We'll go over exactly what caused it and all the details in today's episode. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe button, drop a comment down below, follow me on Twitter at bencryptoshow, and let's begin. So yeah, absolute carnage. BTC down about 2% in the day, not that bad, but Ethereum, it was bad, down 8%. I think at one point it was down 10%. Here's the 1 week chart. Just not good the last few days. Ever since the merge ended, just a straight shoot down with no signs of letting up. So why is the question in everyone's mind? Why did Ethereum dump after the merge? Well, it was a classic case of buying the rumor, selling the news. But now what is that? Do people actually know what that is, even though all the headlines keep saying that? Basically what that means is people were anticipating that everyone else would be buying Ethereum going into the merge, so they anticipated prices would go up, not based upon any great news coming out of the merge, but just based on the anticipation that since it was such a public event with a specific day or week that it was going to be completed by, that all the amateur traders would buy in anticipation, so they decided to buy in front of them and catch the run-up. Meaning after the event was over, they anticipated that all the traders would be selling just because the event was over, even though there was no specific negative news coming out of the merge. It seemed to go pretty smoothly, and so that's why prices dumped. So I've said before, anytime any event in crypto, whether it's a big event or something like this, the merge just gets too much attention, too many headlines, that almost always, it never does anything good. Prices either stay the same or people just kind of panic and they can't stay away from the headlines and prices dump down. Generally, there's a good event that happens that doesn't get a lot of attention, but then, a lot of the, traction happens, it sparks a lot of developer activity. That's when prices go up. So that wasn't really the merge, but it could recover. And as I've said before, here's the Bitcoin versus the Ethereum chart since the start of the pandemic. So I picked that day. That was March 2020, just because that was kind of loosely when the last bull run started. It's a 2.5 year time period. That's not a 2 week time period. That's not a 2 month time period. And Ethereum has outperformed it between 3 and 4.5 times. It depends. Before the dump of the last few days, it had outperformed Bitcoin by about 4.5 times. Now it's outperformed Bitcoin by about 3 to 3.5 times. So it just depends on the volatility of the week. But these charts might look the same, BTC and ETH, since the pandemic, but no, Ethereum has outperformed if you do run the numbers. So even though there was a dump that occurred this week, over the long run, Ethereum is getting the job done, and I am a fan myself. Now, more importantly, so where are we in the bear market right now? That's the question everyone's wondering. When is it going to turn around? When is the selling going to stop? When are the buyers going to come back? So I always tie back to 2018 because so far the price action in this bear market has mirrored that price action almost identically. So even though there are changes in crypto, the industry is bigger now, there's more sectors, there's more of a crypto Twitter element. The psychology of the price action and panic selling appears to just stay identical in the crypto market. So I have to assume the price action is going to play out mostly as it did in 2018. It might be a difference of a few weeks on one side, a few weeks on the other side, but I think the bear market now is going to last approximately as long as it lasted in 2018. So where are we now, the bear market? So June 12th, that was Black Sunday. That's when the prices nuked from 30 to 21,000. So it was June 12th. So right now we're just a little past 3 months. It's September 17th now. So we're like 3.2 months in. And then 2018, so it lasted a full 6 months. So it was 6 months before prices recovered to the point they were at right before the nuke in 2018. So that means we have about another 3 months to go, 2.8 months until prices will get back up to 30,000 Bitcoin we're talking. But we're on the home stretch, but it's another 2.5, 3 months. Sounds kind of bad, but at least, we passed the halfway point, but it's really not that bad. This is something I didn't notice before. We look right here. That looks like just a sharp random uptick here in 2018. Looks like prices just went up randomly about 3.7 months in. So I looked at this further. So this was March 31st, 2018. The bear market had been about 3.7 months in. And then, prices shot up 20% in a day. Went up from 4,000 to 4,800, 4,900. I do remember that day, and everyone was wondering, wait, what happened? You just woke up, price up 20%. The bear market had just came alive. People had woken up for whatever reason. no one really had any idea what was going on. And I looked at the articles here. It did appear that there was one. So this wasn't just a bunch of traders who bought on that day. As usual, it was one specific trader, an institutional buyer who randomly bought $100 million of Bitcoin just at once on that day. So that caused that pump there. That does sound accurate, given that it was a 17 to 20% swing. At that price is about $100 million. That's what would have caused that upswing. And that did turn out to be one of the great trades in crypto history. That trade kind of ended the bear market. It started the uptrend, the mini bull run of 2019. They literally bought right at the bottom here. So on a proportional days basis, so that occurred 3.7 months into the 2018 bear market. Right now, as I said, we're at 3.2 months in. So this trade right here would occur 2 weeks from now, approximately October 1st. That doesn't really sound too bad. Which means maybe in around 2 weeks, if you're an institutional buyer, you'll want to start thinking about putting a buy in. Because as I said, this was one of the great trades in crypto history. They literally sparked the bull run and bought right at the bottom. And that's right about now, this trade. So if you're an institutional buyer, buy in now. That is my advice right there. And again, no, there was no specific incident that came out this day, March 31st, 2018. As I said, and I remembered, everyone was wondering what the trade was. It appears just the bear market had been going on too long. This mainstream whale, they just kind of knew it was going to start upticking, so they just randomly put their money in that day for no other reason than just they thought the market was going to go up. It had been in bear market prices for too long. So that is good news. So start buying. Institutional buyers, start buying. That's my advice. Move on. So sweat economy. It's still having a pretty good week here. It's there is some excitement in the bear market. This altcoin has shown a lot of excitement in the comment section here. People are really getting into it. That's what I like. I like to see the retail trader stimulated. That's good news here. And as I've showed in my presentation on Wednesday, very few of these coins have become unlocked. So there really isn't going to be that much sell pressure going on in most of the first year, or at least until buyers kind of realize that they can make money or they can't make money doing that app. And that takes about 2, 3, 4 months of using the app before they can come to that determination. So I'm definitely bullish on that coin. Then Algorand, as I mentioned, very bullish on that going into next week, Boston Blockchain Week. Sort of a medium-sized conference. Algorand is sponsoring that. They are a Boston company. They're not a Silicon Valley company, so I'm expecting around that event Algorand to pump, kind of quietly pump, and have a good week. It's the event there. That's it for now. Be back Monday with a new episode. Everyone have a good weekend. Ben Crypto signing out. Later.